An uninvited guest. Tell me, do you dream? No one can wipe away dreams.
Yo guys, so just a quick update. I'm just gonna go through it quick about Bounce, the new Bounce. There's some good sides, there's some bad sides. It is not as broken as far as I've found out yet. It's not as broken as it used to be, but it's not bad either. So, first we're gonna go through Brahminy. We're just gonna start with tattoo pens, and then I'll build from there. So 60% chance to trigger bounce on hit, 35% chance on players, don't care. Bounce +2, hitting environment can also trigger bounce, and bounce weak but priority +100%. So 60% chance to trigger bounce on hit is any hit. So you can trigger bounce on body shot, and you can trigger it on headshot. Right. It says bounce +2. Makes no sense when we're gonna check the pants, but it makes no sense why it says +2. But at least it goes back to the main target 2 times. I don't know if that's what they wanted to get with it. I think it's just a mistake. And obviously 2 of them went environment, 2 of them went to dummy. So if we have 2 targets, you will have 4 bounces total between them. My bad. The bounce range is 15 meters now as well, so it's like super far. But anyways, here you see. So 4 bounce hits total between 2 targets. And tattoo pants has been nerfed. Kinda. It's built. The not throw away mod has been built into tattoo pants, and it now gives 70% chance to automatically refill a bullet, and this is from your reserves, so it will take from the bullets you have, and it doesn't give the 100% anymore, the 100% bounce. So Brahminy just basically has a lower bounce damage. Anyways, you can still refill bullet, but it has become very inconsistent with see, no proc, no proc, no proc, no proc. Let's just try a bit more. No proc, no proc, no proc. Well, could have been a proc just in the end. Anyways, the way you want this to proc now is that you have to be shooting while the bounce is already going on. So you can still get it to proc a lot, but the only way to do that is by spraying like this. And still super inconsistent. So the two pants not really satisfying to use with this anymore. So we have hot dog pants or hot dog shorts. So this bounce +2 on Brahminy, bounce +2 on hot dog. Well, does that mean that we will now get 4 more shots? Just like Brahminy alone gave 4 shots? No. This means we get 2 more shots. So the +2 makes no sense. Anyways, this will go into a total of 6 total bounces. As you see there, 6 total bounces. And that's basically it. That's all they do. They add 2 extra. So now we have sharp blade pants, and we all thought that this was gonna be different, right? Bounce +2, trigger count +1. Okay. So now we have the split. Trigger count used to be a bounce bullet you would shoot, and then that bounce would split out into 2 bounces or 2 shots. So this guy would be hit twice from that 1 bounce. But nope. This you can basically say is bounce +4, because it does exactly the same as the hot dog shorts. It just adds 2 extra. So now it's total 8. So you have total 8 bounces now with this. So is this good or bad? I haven't been able to do crazy high numbers. I'm doing around 200k or something on buses with my bounces, so it's not bad. It's not bad at all. And with 8 bounces, you will always get 8 bounces now when it bounces, and you have 60% chance by default. So this is actually kinda nuts. I'm broke. This is actually kinda nuts. And that means it will always hit. If I didn't have this guy to bounce to, it would always do initial hit and then 4 hits from bounce afterwards. And you can have multiple bounces doing damage now coming back to the target. So you shoot once, you trigger bounce, starts going with the 8. Shoot again, you trigger one more, starts going with the 8. It will always be 8, and it will just go like, it will just start going like absolutely crazy. I just quickly repair to show. If I remember where the hell you repair. Oh, let's repair this one too. Yeah, I know you can go to Eternal Land and do it as well. I just didn't want to load screen. So yeah, you just do like this, and we just like start. It will, depending on your luck, obviously, you will just start building up one bounce after the other, and start there. There it started. The 100% weak spot priority, I don't even know what we are basing that upon, but it's kind of random. It doesn't really look like it does much often, and other times it does. But fully buffed on a bus, I get my bounces up to around 200, 200k, a bit over that, and having it always be 4 hits that will hit the bus, as long as there's no other things to soak up the bounces. That's pretty good, if you ask me. So, I mean, let's see. Let's see here. So that was 200k in like 2 shots, right? 134k in 1 shot. So, not bad. If all of them hit the headshot, obviously it would be way higher, because I'm built for weak spot on this one. So yeah, still works, just not as well. I can't say if it's as broken or as good, because I haven't really done like a prime war, anything like that yet with it. I've just tested, with the limited time I've had. So I use multi-bounce because it so I thought it would be like, oh, it will like bounce and then it will increase per bounce, but it doesn't. The bounces does the exact same damage throughout, but it's because it already adds the 45%. It knows already how many bounces you're going to do, and then it just straight up adds the 45%, because with the amount of bounces we do, we would go to 60% if it was possible. So the 45% is just added straight away. I also tested the multi-target thing, and I can just tell you right away. This one, no, my bad, it's the top one. This one, I don't have a weak spot one, but this is not good for it. Doesn't work for Brahminy. It's actually bad. The more targets around your main target means that less bullets will go back to your main target. So you don't actually want to work out from this. This is a Kuma Wink thing. But yeah, so by far, from what I have figured out so far, this one plus break bounce. The other mask mod doesn't work anymore. I can't get it to work at least. So the break bounce is just by default. And then sharp blade pants, because it gives you 8 total bounces every time you trigger bounce, which is kinda nuts. And you can also use the trigger chance, the boomerang one, the new one, but 60%. And I'm not sure if this is additive, so it goes to like 80. It's not supposed to, because it says based on the weapon's trigger chance. So I'm not 100% sure how they are adding the percentages. You can feel a difference, in my opinion, but sometimes you're just super lucky with this as well. Like right there, just 2 in a row, and went ham. And this is adding 45% damage to every single one of the bounces. I just like that more. So is it bad? No, this is still good. And if you're lucky with the weak spot hits, you will still do some crazy damage. Not the crazy high numbers, but you will do a lot of them now, because you are 100% gonna get the 8 bounces every time. So it still works. Yeah, you don't want to use turrets with this anymore, because for some reason, even without using tattoo pants, it will start bouncing between the turrets, like you see there. This is really bad for you. You don't want that to happen. So turrets is going to be a Kuma Wink thing. Let's just get these away. No one. There we go. Good. So Kuma Wink. And the Kuma Wink, I do use the bounce rampage for the added targets, and you'll see why. And I do use tattoo pants. And as I said, mask mod's still the same, because the other one I can't get it to work anymore. I don't know if it's my game or if it's just broken. So let's just quickly check. Kuma Wink, 25% chance to trigger an AoE bounce, hitting up to 3 targets. Bounce always triggers a rebound on hit, dealing 100% of the bounce damage, but no further bounces occur after the rebound. After reload, bounce trigger count +1 for 6 seconds. Bounce damage +30%. So first, the reload thing is the thing they put in instead of the below 50% mag with the trigger count. Trigger count, as I said before, doesn't work anymore. It's not a thing anymore. It must be a spaghetti code or a mistake, but it's bugged. So the reload thing doesn't do anything for Kuma Wink right now. And because of trigger count not doing anything anymore, and the rebound will always end the bounce, the only pants that actually works right now for Kuma Wink is the 2 pants. These doesn't do anything, and these doesn't do anything. And that is because the bounce goes out once and comes back and ends. Now the interesting thing about Kuma Wink is how it scales with the more targets. So what you saw with the Brahminy is that it will bounce out and then it will probably bounce to the next, bounce back to this one again, and maybe bounce back to this one again, right? So you can shoot one time with Brahminy, and if you have like 3 targets out here or 2, you can bounce and then thing, and then the bounce might end up going between these 2 for the remaining procs and never come back to this one. So the difference is that Kuma Wink has the AoE bounce. So you have 1 target, do very nice damage. But now 2 targets, and both of these bounces will come back to the main target. See, it hit both of them. And I'm too close. So now you see it goes out and hit both of them, and it comes back again, and then it ends. And you can do the same again with 3 targets. Reload. Let's see, so we can have some good burst here if there's enough targets to bounce from. See, all 3 were hit, and they always go out and back again. Out and back again, and out and back again. If we add another one, you will see that it stops here. And I've tried with the other pants. No, they don't help with this. It's kept at 3 total. I shouldn't have been spraying because now I cannot show you. Let's do it like this instead. This one wasn't hit. So it's kept at 3 no matter how you try and twist it. This one wasn't it. But this means that scaling up extra things that you can bounce off of environment doesn't count. But if you have anything extra you can bounce from, you just increase your damage more and more and more with the Kuma Wink. This means the turrets are still going to be main part of Kuma Wink. I'm failing my throws right now. That was the shadow one. Good. So two normal and a new shadow one. You can actually have 4 turrets up total. And the trick is, if you want to spawn the shadow one, you want to throw it in front of you like this. Then it spawns a shadow one. You can sometimes spawn it also by throwing it out, but it's rarely happening. So normally you throw close to spawn a shadow one. And you throw far to spawn a normal one. Okay? So we got the 2 pens on. These guys are friendlies, as you know. And that means that we now have 3 targets around our main target, which is what we want for the maximum damage. And at the same time, this also gives us a lot of bullets back, and we can just keep going for a while. Obviously it's better to be closer, but this is pretty interesting, and it makes a lot of AoE damage. It's fun, but Brahminy will most likely still come out on top. But this is not bad at all. Not bad at all. Alright. So more targets means more damage. And because it's 3 targets, we use this one. Because now this one is good. Because you want the selectable targets extra that you can bounce to. And we go straight to the 45% increased damage. The other bounce one that we use for Brahminy doesn't work on this one because it can only bounce 2 times. So it's so it's only gonna be 15%. But while we're using this one, we're getting the 45 straight off the bat. And because Kuma Wink, it changes the bounce keyword from 40 to 100%. That is basically what that 100% does. It's not a 100% increased damage, but it changes it to be 100%. You will see that there's a significant difference in like body hits. Let's just practice some stuff. And then see, we hit for 1.2 and the bounce did 2.8, 2.9, 9, 3k, right? So the bounces here are like by far the thing that's gonna give you damage. Yeah. That's how you're gonna play Kuma Wink from now on. So I think they're still both pretty interesting. I haven't been playing too much around with Brahminy with sharp blade pants, but that's gonna be what I'm gonna do tomorrow. But yeah, so for Kuma Wink I use Bounce Rampage and I use the 2 pants. And as I said, still the same break bounce, and all the other things are still the same. I'll just show gear. So 4 Lone Wolf, 1 Bastille and the 2 pants. And for I guess I can show you quickly mods. Movement Mob, Break Bounce, Rejuvenating, Dead Shot, Crit Amplifier, and Covered Advance. And for this guy we use 3 Renegade and 2 Bastille for faster reload speed, because we are going to reload it now. And I don't know why this didn't change before. I'm pretty sure I did change it. Yeah, so sharp blade pants. And here I still use the exact same as I did before. Right? So it's interesting. It's kinda nerfed, but not really. I have to play it more to really find out if it's better or not. One thing was better, at least for the first few hours. This turret was absolutely nuts, and I'm gonna end the video with showing you some clips from that. Anyways, hope it helped, and hope you figure out stuff, and if you do, let me know, okay? Alright, so anyways, here's some clips from Broken Turret. Was really fun for while it lasted. Anyways, have a good one.